Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Snow and Zero here on Transistor. Got this replay off of teamliquid.net on the forums. Good place to find replays. You kind of have to hunt for them, but it's worth it. Alright, man, so in the top right-hand corner, owning this Overlord is the yellow Zerg player. It is Hero. And in the bottom right-hand corner, he's orange and he is Snow. For those of you asking why this is glowing blue like this, it's because I pre-ordered the StarCraft Remastered skin. StarCraft Remastered, well, is it just the skin? I guess it's just a skin. They didn't change any balance of the game at all, so definitely that's what it was, but pre-ordered it. It's been a great time. Really worth the pre-order. I don't pre-order a lot of things, but I trust Blizzard. I also pre-ordered the Warcraft 3 Reforged thing they're coming out with sometime this year. It's really funny because if you buy it, they're like, all we promise is that it's going to be out by December 31st, 2019. So that's what we get from these guys, which makes me laugh. It's really funny. So at some point I'll be streaming that stuff, probably on Twitch, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. Good place to hang out for StarCraft stuff. I do StarCraft Carbot campaign streams out there. And overall, just a good time. I know a lot of people are either stuck on YouTube or Twitch. Not a lot of people kind of go over both. Which, I don't know, I guess I get it, but it's not something that I do. I really try to follow people on both places and watch on both places as well. But anyway, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. Transistor, yes, this map. Recognizing it now. Yeah, this is our weird walling off spot. We've seen a PvZ on this map before, but never have we ever seen anybody spawn in this location. Usually they spawn on this 9 o'clock position. But regardless, doesn't change much. I mean, you just wall it off the same regardless. Probe harassing a bit out here. And yeah, I mean, if you're playing on Transistor, you just gotta know how to wall this off. If you don't, you're gonna die to Ling run-bys quite a bit. If you're playing PvZ for sure. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy for the Zerg. They don't wall off anyway, so they don't care about the number of ramps that can access their base. It's usually wide open regardless. You just got to deal with the Zealots as they come anyway. You really don't wall off against Zealots. How does Artosis say it? Artosis calls them Zealots or something? I don't know why. It's always been Zealot for me. But there's your one gate expand. Out of Snow, nothing too crazy here. Both these players, by the way, are just so good. They are top 5, top 10 ranked players in the world right now. I gotta say, in the Brood War side of things. So, you know you're in for a treat. Could be an epic match. Just always could be when there are players of this caliber going up against each other. Oh, the probe actually won that fight pretty handily, as it turns out, against that drone. Was that drone trying to go for a third? I bet it was. But it was trying to go for a third, and the probe shut that down immediately. Could probably shut it down again, guy, but nope, not interested. Where'd that Zealot move to? The Zealot decides to go home. Like, well, I've delayed enough as it is. We're pretty good. Honestly, what I've seen is a lot of cannons walling this off against Zerg, especially. Come back, Mouse, so you have a mind of your own. This probe's still alive, of course it is, until Metabolic Boost is done. It's on the way, but not quite done yet. Yeah, so the Lings are trying to get up here, but there's a nice wall going on. Probes are holding the backside if necessary. And are we going to get a Forge? The answer is yes. Okay, so usually see Forge is a little bit faster on this map compared to other ones. Again, Forge fast expands are pretty normal on maps like Fighting Spirit. But you definitely need cannons here. The Lings just run up here and hold position? That was kind of odd of them. Wow, that was really bad control overall. I don't know what that was. He didn't get the run by. I guess he got a scout off. One Ling inside your base. And then the probes just finish him off. Ridiculous. Zealot comes up, trying to take down the third all by himself, but enough Lings show up that he has to get the heck on out of there. He's got to skedaddle on out, and just continuing to drone up behind this is Zero. So the third base is delayed a little bit, which is problematic. His little Ling attack did pretty much nothing. I don't think he killed a single thing over on this side. Stargate opening down here for our Protoss player Snow. Come back, I just fat finger the mini-map. And more Lings! What is this? Why would you send 4 Lings down here? I guess maybe he's just waiting for an attack. Maybe trying to pick something off that tries to come up here, but Yeah, attacking up that ramp at this stage really seems like a bad idea. Zergling's checking around to see if there's anything hanging out down here, and there's not. So I think it's just map vision at this stage. I would be really shocked if you try to come up here with 5 Zerglings. There's a cannon and 3 zealots. That is the worst possible thing to attack into. I mean, not the worst possible. Like, a wall of Archons would be worse. And maybe if there are Reavers at the top of the ramp, it'd be worse too. But as it stands, those Lings are all dying and not getting anything done at all. But Corsair production has begun, as is tradition in the PvZ. So in the meantime, in the production tab, we see some creep colonies coming up, turning those into spores sooner rather than later. Then maybe we'll see a Spire to deal with some Scourge for those Corsairs, depending on how many are made over the course of this game. But it's not going to be double Stargate, it's just the one. Citadel of Adun coming in. We're probably going to start seeing some Archons, some Zealot legs, all that traditional stuff you want if you're going against a Zerg player. Like I said, I've been playing the campaign in the Carbot for Brood War, which I've played a bunch of times, just non-Carbot before. Played it again in Remastered, playing it again in Carbot. It's just one of my favorite things to do is play the StarCraft 1 campaign, obviously. And just in general, the AI is pretty dumb. I'm sure you're aware of this. If you're any good at Brood War Ladder, you're going to crush the campaign. It's really geared towards people who don't play Ladder, right? But in general, if you can go just like a mass Zealot Archon thing, there are very few levels against Zerg you can't just win. Zealot Archon destroys pretty much everything you're ever going to want to try to do if you are the Zerg AI. And the Zerg AI is just not smart enough to throw down, you know, plagues on all your Zealots. Not smart enough to go for like a ton of Hydras against your Archons. And your Archons are pretty much getting wrecked by charge lots anyway, as we can see here. The speed lots getting in. Well, they're not speed lots yet, but regular Zealots getting into the third base and disrupting the mining operations for quite some time. Corsairs, Lings on up. This is a good number. Yeah, this is traditional Zealot attack, which the Sunken's going to help a lot here, and the Zealots are all going to die, and that's pretty much all she wrote. I mean, sure, they might get some drone kills down here. The Lings are chasing them, positioning, not even really bothering with it at all. Are drones getting some shots off? I feel like they are. And then the final Zealot with 0 kills does get taken down. More Corsairs are here. And the Overlords are clustered, scared around this spore, which they definitely should be. The Corsair count is getting pretty big right now. Is he just not bothering with a Spire? He's not bothering with a Spire, y'all. Where are these drones going? Hey guys, get to work somewhere. Man, there are no Overlords to kill at all. He's done such a great job just clustering them around this one spore. I don't know if that's enough, man. Is that enough to hold off this many Corsairs? Just the one spore? I guess it's only 3 Corsair and there's no more on the way. So fair enough. A lot of Zealots running about here too. This could just be a DT transition, but detection exists, Sunkens exist, a bunch of Lings and Hydras are here. I really don't see DTs being the follow-up at this stage. Too many Overlords have been kept alive for the first stages of this match. But Hydras are out. 9 more Hydras in production. Zealots just continually being made out of these gateways. We've got a robotics facility coming up back home on the 2 base for snow. And it's 84 to 67 supply. So at this stage, the Protoss is up, but as is tradition, and over the next 4 minutes or so, the Zerg player, as long as he doesn't lose a base or a significant number of drones, should be able to take just a generic supply lead here against the Protoss. Pull back. Let the Sunken do the work for ya. Where are the Lings? There we go. Lings are coming in. You really want to attack these guys in range of that Sunken. That extra DPS is massively important. And it does shove those Zealots away. Nope, again, I said attack in range of the Sunken guys. There we go. Pulling on back. Pulling on back to stay alive at this stage of the match. Another Nexus on the way. By the way, in case you were wondering, I am planning on doing some cheese, so thank you for the reminders in the last couple of casts here. Really good to see. There are some Hydras to deal with this dude. No spores required at the third base. So yeah, I think 0 at this point is in a pretty good position. I gotta say, 99 to 74 supply. Sure, the Zealots are up. The Protoss player is up in overall supply here, but the Corsairs haven't really done much. The Zealots have not really done much, and just Hydra Ling, man. No lurker aspect whatsoever, just working on upgrades for the Hydras and coming down to try to force a cancel. Ooh, there is a DT down here. There is one DT down here, and Overlords aren't going to survive very long trying to provide detection for this. But the problem is, can the DT kill everything fast enough? Oh, and the Zealots coming around for the little bit of a surround here. Oh, 0 gets caught out, and he is in a lot of trouble here. More Hydras do come in to try to save the day, though. Is he going to bother bringing an Observer around or an Overlord around with that sight? No, not doing it. No detection. All right, that's cool. Tell me he's got Overlord speed. I don't think he does. Production tab says no. The fact the Overlords aren't moving at all indicates no. Oh, he does. This guy's moving. This guy's moving and cruising. All right, good stuff. Good stuff then. No big deal. No biggies. He's just still doing Zealot Corsairs. What is your follow-up? DTs, great. Observers, great, which you don't need because there's no Lurker Tech today. Upgrades here, +1 attack for the Zealots, +1 armor for the ground units for the Zerg. And it's 121 to 99 supply. So, again, 4th base on the way here from 0. He's not doing a great job and getting up there in total overall supply here. But the 3rd base stays alive. I want to say pretty much because there's a Dark Templar present. There's High Templar here too now, which is great for Storm. Just beautiful for Storm. 4th base going to be defended pretty well here. Is that a DT drop? Yeah, DT drop. Does get shoved away by a bunch of Hydras. Some drones go down. How many drones went down here? There are no drones left. He didn't kill all of them, did he? Maybe he did. Let's keep an eye on those DTs and see what their kill counts are. Unload the shuttle. Ling Hydra, pretty fantastic against Zealot only. Storm changing that equation. Ooh, sniped off the Observer for some reason. It's not like he's got Lurkers that he needs to keep alive or anything. Adrenal Glands on the way from the Zerg player too. And getting chased up towards this way. Yeah, if this 4th base gets sniped down by Snow, Zerg player's in a heck of a lot of trouble right now. That is a lot of ground units. And they have the Storm. If the Hydras hold still, great Storms. Oh my gosh, the great Storms here. And the 4th base is toast. All right. Well, remember what I said about if you can get to the 12-minute mark, you're going to be ahead of the Protoss as long as nothing bad happens. Something bad really happened. Unload. Unload. 12 kills? Oh my gosh, that DT everything. Depopulated that entire mineral line by himself. Okay, well, Zero's in a lot of trouble right now, ladies and gents. This is not a great place to attack into, and I think he's recognizing that Snow's pulling back. Why are there drones up here? I mean, they're defending right now, which is okay. It's a desperation moment here, but put them to work. There we go. They must have just popped. There's a couple times drones have been sitting here for 0. Not sure that he's playing at the top of his game right now. No Lurker Aspect, man. I really feel like Lurker Aspect would have absolutely changed the tide of several of these battles. Having some Lurkers out would have been nice. And the way that he sniped off that Observer, it made, I don't know, it makes me feel like Zero thought he had Lurkers, but he doesn't. He didn't make any, obviously. And it wasn't even researched. It's not like, I don't know. It was very strange. I'm trying to explain this, and I just can't do it. Another base on the way from Snow down this bottom left side. This is looking really bad for Zero. It's 146 to 105 supply in favor of the Protoss. A 3-basing Zerg versus an almost 4-basing Protoss. Got Dragoons, which you don't really want, honestly, in this particular situation. Storm and Zealots can do pretty well here, although Dragoons, if they have sufficient upgrades, can do pretty fantastic themselves, especially if they have +2 or the +3 attack. Storm, so good. So good. Storm is a good unit. And the 4th base is fine. You just defended with a bunch of Storms and, you know, Zealots. Got some +2 Dragoons in there, called it a good day, and the Zerg was sent fleeing. 4th base replanted. I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing Lurker Aspect done. I'm seeing Consume on the way. I'm seeing additional upgrades on the way from the Zerg, which is really nice. But I see Snow just playing a better game. He hasn't lost a Nexus yet. He might even try to expand over here if he wants to, but he's got 4 bases. He's at 142 supply, making 6 Zealots at a time. Zealots that, by the way, are +2/+1 with +3 finishing up now at the 14-minute mark. The +3 Zealots, especially with additional armor, are just so good. I don't know how else to explain it. They're really good. DT over here, happily killing every single one of these. 18 kill DT, by the way. This guy is putting in some work for Shakuras, or Ire, or whoever he's got his loyalties to. Alright, 4th base done again, and once again Snow says, let's not allow that 4th base to exist. How's that sound? Zero gets supply blocked fairly heavily after losing that Overlord. Bad stuff. And this is a Storm situation, but guess who's got a little bit of Storm anyway. enough as it stands. Enough for another one here in about 10 seconds. Yeah, this Archon in the mix. Like I said, Archon's pretty fantastic. Leaving them alone, though, to get surrounded and killed. Oh, it was a surround from the backside. Hey! That is one way to do it. He keeps picking off observers, and there's no lurkers to take advantage of it. I don't know what's going on, but he does actually back these Dragoons into a corner and wipe out the Protoss army. Whoa! 0. 91 to the 132 supply, so he's not as down as he was previously. He completely obliterates that Protoss army by going for the 360 surround. Didn't bring enough storm to that Zerg fight, I don't think. Snow, did you get a little bit overconfident, maybe? Did you get a bit overconfident, laddie? That is the question of the day here. Alright, so Lings, Ultralisks, Hydralisks. Ultras are probably not on the way. Based on these upgrade paths, maybe. Depends on how many Reavers are out, DTs and stuff. But 5th base on the way from Hero. I'm telling you, Hero's capable of coming back from really tough situations. Oh, these Corsairs, though. Hey, did you forget? Did you forget to throw up a Sport, your 4th base? I'm going to make you lose an Overlord for that oversight. Goodbye. 160 to 114 supply. Playing so down right now. 0. But he's got a base. He's going to be able to protect it pretty effectively here. Burrowing the Lurkers in, but in positions where they're both able to get stormed at the same time. Yeah, I was worried about that. I was really worried about that happening. Lurker burrowing in away from the other ones, getting some nice spines off. Again, Lurkers versus Zealots, pretty good. This is a pretty... Oh, never mind. The Lurkers get stormed. That's going to be it for them then. And this base looks like it's dead. There's a handful of Hydras here, but nothing else protecting it at all. These are +3 Zealots with legs chasing you down. You got to run away from it, and that means you abandon your hatchery that's on the way, and it's going to be canceled. No! He doesn't even get the cancel. High Templar out of energy. Nope, never mind. Enough for one more storm. How do they always have enough for one more storm? I mean, I don't know how much longer we want to stick around here if we're Snow, but, you know, we can kill a few more Hydras, a few more Lurkers. We're going to have a pretty good time with it. Oh my gosh. The Plague was fine. Again, the Archon doesn't care about your Plague, but so many Zerg units died. It's 178 to 120 supply. The Zerg player is down 0, or Hero rather, in a big amount of trouble. I've been calling him 0 a little bit. I have been calling him that, but it's definitely Hero. Hero versus Snow here. Playing with Smurf names throws me off, and I just cast a long game with 0, which you probably saw already on the channel. All right. Minor victories here and there from the Zerg player, but still down immensely. Alright, so 4 bases are established from Hero, which is fantastic. That was a shellacking by the Protoss. Once again, no, you don't get a 5th base. You may have 4. You have established 4 bases. Congratulations. I'm not letting you have a 5th one. The reinforcing units are showing up on this left side. The right side is a little bit scary, but Archon top of the ramp, Cannon top of the ramp. I don't know. I don't really know they can accomplish much. Hey, look at the storm drop. Ah, Snow. Stop. He's already dead. 197 to 107 supply. You there, unload so I can see how many kills you have. Oh gosh. I mean, good Plagues. I appreciate it. I really do. But my gosh, Snow is winning every one of these battles lately. The resources lost here for Hero are going to be through the roof bad. Through the floor bad? Is that what it is? I'm taking your 5th base. How's that sound? Hey, look who expanded on the right side, though. Hero did. So he's got 5 bases. He just snuck it on the right side, which is totally cool. Left side engagement, not really recommended if you're a Zerg player to come up this ramp. I was going to point that out real quick. Yeah, your Dark Swarm is fine, but guess what doesn't care about Dark Swarm? Storm. Storm doesn't care about our Dark Swarm in the teeniest or tiniest of bits. 8 kill High Templar right here. You have any more energy for a Storm, guys? A Storm on that ramp would be so good. He does. He's got 1. And he's got 2. And then Lings run into their dads without Lurker support. Hey there, are you my guy? My shuttle. Unload! Oh, that storm drop was so good. Storm drop was so good. I don't know how this game goes on much longer, fellows. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a lot of dead units, a lot of dead Zerg. Looking at 5 bases here. From the Protoss, sure, 5 bases for the Zerg, but on equal footing is okay if you're a Protoss from Ire. Upgrades include 3-2 for the Zerg, and 3-1-2, or 1-2-3 for the Protoss, as you can see below. Where'd that shuttle go? Unload. I know you don't want to unload them because they're really susceptible to dying at that point, but come on, man. Help me out. What the heck? Why am I not on D&D here? Meh. I don't know what that was. I mean, I know that guy. I'm not sure what his message was all about, though. Are these actually full of... Oh, these are full of stuff. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. There's not really an army in a position to stop this from happening. There's a Nidus, though, and you can get the army over here pretty quickly. Lurker burrowing on in. Zealots getting on top of these units. Continuing to pump Zerg out of this Nidus. Meanwhile, we got the Lurker drop down here. Cannon's getting wrecked up. All right, so this might be some damage done by Hero, but by golly. He's going to lose this. He's going to lose all of these drones. And by all of the drones, I mean all of the drones but one, who does manage to escape by the skin of his teeth there. Natural base going down, but pretty well mined out anyway. Ooh, we do have a Dark Archon. What? Dark Archon. All right, I'm on board. I'm 100% on board here. Reaver's dropping in to save the day. Taking down the Lurker. Get out of here. Save the Dark Templars. Now let's get them. Ooh, yeah, got him. Got him. Engagement in the middle. Not really in favor of the Zerg here either. Just pointing that out. Dark Archon. Maelstrom, maybe? Is that what we're looking at? Alright, so, losing that hatch was a blow for Hero. He is on 4 bases. The Protoss player is on 5 now. Still on 5. Hasn't really bothered going for a 6 at this stage. Alright, I guess he does have a 6 base over here. Can you not kill these? I don't remember what's up with this. I know... It just makes it so the Zerg player can't take this as their third, because it would be really overpowered on this map. But I thought you could kill it if you had enough units. Maybe not. Maybe you can't then. Flank attack coming on in. We got Reavers, we got Dragoons, we got Archons. The Archons have +3 attack and +3 armor and +2 shields. Lurker drops on here, trying to take down a Nexus all by his lonesome. He does have 3 attack and 3 armor. So it's not too bad, but 196 to 125 supply. I mean... This feels like death push time to me. It just does. Feels like we're death pushing. I mean, I guess you mind control an Overlord full of units and you get the units, right? That's how that works. Bunch of Hydras unload over here. They get stormed. The Archons are trying to kill them, but their range is not very good, and the Overlords are fast. I don't know, man. I don't know how this game continues. Replacing his 5th base with a handful of units over this way, but... I guess the longer the game goes on, the more the Zerg player is able to get upgrades equal to that of the Protoss. He's got a few Hydras, 6 of them in these Overlords, ready to drop down this left side. Once again, another accidental flank in the middle of the map. All those Lurkers die except for these 3 up here, which then get stormed. This is a lot of Lurkers, actually. But there's so much storm anyway. There are observers present. All the Lurkers get massacred. I'm not sure where they're running from this. I guess there's a bunch of Lings there, too. Yeah, you don't want to... Ooh, Maelstrom and a Storm on top of those Hydras and those Zerglings. From the high ground. How's that? How's that, Mr. Dark Archon? All right. All right, I'm on board. I'm liking this. This drop trying to come up this way now. and do something. Every map on this base has been taken except for this one. Nobody's even tried to take this one on the right side yet. More Reavers coming in, DTs. I mean, Snow's maxed out at this stage, so I think he's okay with it. Dude, Maelstrom on these Overlords and then just storming them into oblivion would be insanely good. Hey, look! Oh my god! Called it! Called it! Sometimes, you guys, sometimes I do know what's going on. Dark Swarm Ling drop down this left side. It's doing alright, but there's Reavers defending this position. So it can't go for too long, and it doesn't. This is just incredibly patient out of Snow. I don't know how else to characterize it. Just like, I'm just gonna mine a whole lot, get a huge bank up, let Hero sit on his 5 bases while I'm on 6. Maybe take a 7th at some point, and I can beat him this way. He's been up so much, and the longer you're maxed out, the longer you give your opponent to catch up to you and max out. Oh gosh. 11 kills and 19 kills already on these guys, and that's going to go up. Yeah, that was an obliteration of a drone line. Okay, there's one. There are 2 drones here. One of them was hiding inside the extractor at the time. Does this feel like Snow's kind of playing around a little bit? He's like, I'm just going to turtle up here. I'm going to wipe out a couple of your bases, just slow you down. But then from that point on, we're just going to kind of hang out. Enjoy the scenery here on Transistor. It's a nice space station, is what it is. Some more drop action. Feels like more drop action, potentially. No? Alright. Yeah, there's no way you can kill this. If you could, Snow would have killed it a long time ago. So nothing there. Oh, hang on. It's their Scourge defending against the drops. Not anymore, though. Hero deciding to attack into a bunch of Reavers. What? Did that not hit? Maybe another Maelstrom would be interesting here. Is that just bait? I wonder if it is. God, we have gotten way more Dark Archons on the channel this year than I thought we ever would on the history of the channel. I'm amazed by it. Loving it here. Dropping... Oh my gosh! Okay, drone count consistently reset here for Heroes, not good. Hey! Luke is taking the right side base for a 6th, though. You know what? Hero, kinda, sorta, maybe able to get back into this game if you can hold on to this. He's got a lot of units with which to hold on to this. He's mined out a ton of his bases already. That hive looks so cool with the pre-order skin, doesn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so at this point, I'm trying to figure out what Hero needs to do. It's going to be Hydras, right? It's going to be Hydras at this point. Maybe try to spread out and snipe off. Rather, snipe off the Reavers, spread out to make Storm not hit as hard. But Lings and Lurkers are not going to be the answer to this particular composition we're dealing with now from Snow. Remember what I said about Lurkers not really being the answer? It's not bad if you have that many Lurkers. All right, let's just make that clear. Could be worse. Whoa. All right, he's holding onto this base behind the power of 9 Lurkers with 3/3. Mind you, there's no anti-air, so I don't know. A carrier tech switch would be interesting here. Also pretty bad, probably. 3/3 Hydras just absolutely tear carriers to pieces, which is why you never ever see carriers against their high levels. Hydras just trade so very well with them. They have range, they hit hard. Everything's cool. Yeah, it's pretty slow. Pretty slow going at this stage. I keep wondering if these guys are ever going to drop anywhere. Well, maybe they already tried. Maybe they already tried. Well, something else was going on, which would make sense. Honestly, that is the best time you want to drop is when something else is going on. Is this freeing up supply? Observer gets picked out there. They're bringing the Dark Archon. Why is he bringing the Dark Archon? He just maelstrommed a lurker. This game is making me laugh anyway. Plague's going down on units that don't necessarily care too much about Plague. That upgrade for the Reavers to do more damage is on the way, but the Reaver's dead, so never mind. Yeah, Lings aren't what you want here, as it turns out. The Dark Storm's doing a good job keeping the Protoss player at bay. Once again, Storm just tears through it like it doesn't exist. I mean, it's bugs, right? So what are bugs going to do against Storm? Against lightning, I guess is the concept here. You just feedback? Oh, just feedback to the Defiler, but it didn't have enough energy for the resulting feedback to kill him. Haha! Defiler saves the day by not being topped off on energy. That is a rarity, man. If you ever feedback a Defiler, they likely have a ton of energy because they just consume the heck out of Lings all day. Trying to get the lurkers up. Storming it down. Scourge on that shuttle. Oh, come on. You had it. Wow. Hero had that. I don't know what he was looking at there, but he had that shuttle and decided not to hit it. Or just was blind to it. I don't know. I mean, I can't really criticize people for being blind because... There we go. He got it. He got it in the end. It's almost like Snow's all, hey, let's just both take half this map, get all the equal resources, and then we'll see who comes out on top. It's a true micro battle at that point instead of just being about economy, which it often is in StarCraft, right? Kind of like the idea. It's a challenge. I mean, you don't have any detection here, so I'm not sure what you're... Oh, is he just looking to see where lurkers are? Yes. There's more, though, guys. Another Dark Swarm, just pushing it back. It's all he's working on. Dark Archon. This is ridiculous. Hey, look. I'm kind of doing the same thing over here now. Just small attacks. Trying to catch some drones. Plague going down on most of these units. And these are our fronts. Our battle fronts are over here. We're fighting on two sides of the map at the same time right now. This is a weird game, guys. Place your bets. I mean, for the longest time, Snow was up about double supply. But he never really went for that killing blow. And I don't know why. We've seen it time and time again. Protoss is able to set the Zerg back, get a huge upgrade and a huge advantage on a lot of things. In total army supply, upgrade advantage, and then just go crush. But today, Snow has not been interested in doing that. He allows these bases to be taken. He allows the map to be split in half. And then he's happy just to sit back and get cost-effective trades over and over again. Losing an observer there does not help with that goal, as it turns out. Because, yeah, at this point, Hero has more supply, suddenly. 200 to 196. Doesn't matter at this stage, right? Both players have pretty good big banks, but the bank from Protoss, 12,000, 5,000 for 1,600, 600. Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it might just be a reverse Zerg. Snow might honestly just be able to be like, I'm going in here, I'm losing an army, and then I'm remaxing on other stuff and killing you. Mind control's on the way. I don't know what for exactly. Nice. Nice Maelstrom on the dudes here. Observer gets picked off again, though, losing an Archon in the mix. Dark Archon has a kill. How do you have a kill? I guess maybe feedback something. Maybe you feedback the Defiler and we missed it. Might have done. Oh, hang on. Hang on, guy. Hey, don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. Hey. Woo! Not dead. That Archon died, though, for sure. Control seems poor. Great Storm up on the right side again. And Lurker's getting picked off. Plague on our High Templar. Looks like he's got jelly. Strawberry jelly all upon him. Free High Templar, though. That's 150 gas. Not what you want to see. Alright, are the bases mining out yet? What is going on in this game? I've never seen a more patient Protoss player in my whole life. Mind control? There's nothing in that Overlord. So that's the thing, right? You can mind control a transporting unit and get everything in it, but you don't know what's in it as the enemy. So you could mind control a shuttle that's empty, which sucks. Or you can mind control an Overlord, which is empty, which also sucks. Actually, ooh, trivia time. If you mind control an Overlord, do you get its supply? Whoa! Big time drops, boys. Here goes nothing. Maelstrom on the Overlords. Hydra's dropping in. Storm on the right side. Cannon's getting some serious damage there, too. And I think Snow held that. Oh, Maelstroming those guys on the top of the ramp, too. What an absolutely insane performance here from Snow. He just took out 50 supply of Zerg without losing hardly anything of his own. And Hero, he went for it, man. It did not work. It did not work. He lost so many units. Let me know in the comments, though. Do you think if you mind control an Overlord, it provides supply for your units? Oh, hey, look, it does. Look, 208 supply from Snow. Hey, we got the answer to the trivia. Hydra's coming on down to try to save this base along the right side. How much Storm is left? Remember what I said about how much Storm is left? It's always one more Storm. It's always one more Storm. Just kidding, it's not. Too many Hydras. They do save the base, but all of the drones are dead. It's 199 to 126 supply right now. 208 available supply for the Protoss player by mind controlling that Overlord. This game, though. This game is incredible. I wish it was kind of more non-stop action. But we've had some really intense battles regardless. We're at 37 minutes into this thing. What is going on? Didn't kill that base. Didn't kill this base. This base is mined out anyway. This base is mined out anyway. This base is alive. This base is sort of alive for income. So, yeah. I mean, this has just been a game of making economical trades over and over and over again. I hear you. I hear you loading and unloading. It's almost like it's an example, like for a class. Ah, Overlord down. Wait, supply still 208. I don't know how this works, I'm realizing. I don't see mind control against Overlords a lot. Did the Hydra stop defending this base? It kind of feels like they did. Oh gosh, the Storm and the retreating drones. Nidus Kunal unloading, trying to save the day. Hydra's popping out here too, but right in range of Archons. Reaver's here as well. This might be it for Hero. He's down to 105 supply. He's going to lose this hatch. It is his one source of income. The drop on the left side. Last ditch effort. Maelstrom Storm on the Overlords. Still enough Zerg here to actually maybe take down this Nexus. Looking okay there. But this is the last-ditch effort from Hero. His income is nothing. He has a tiny bank remaining for minerals. A lot of gas, but that doesn't help as much as it turns out. Why is he bringing DTs in response? Kind of like this. Is he going to mind control a Lurker? That'd be kind of cool, actually. What's he doing? Is he going to feed back the Defiler? Doesn't have enough energy to be feedbacked. Doesn't have enough energy to do anything, actually, so that's not good. And then storms the final Lurker into the ground. Defiler does get feedbacked, and that's your good game. Hero taps out, and Snow is your winner there in 39 minutes and 10 seconds. Woo! That was that was a unique PVZ. Could give you that much when it comes down to it. Unique PVZ. Yeah, just patience. I don't know what other word to explain this other than it's basically Snow being like, I'm better than you. I'm going to let you have these bases for some time. Going to take any shot you can throw at me. And at the end of the day, I'll just make better trades over and over and over and over again. I'll have a huge bank, you'll be broke, and your income will be done. It's just, this is like peak Protoss to me. This is how Protoss plays, right? Defensive, strong, marching out, wiping out bases as necessary, but able to defend their bases pretty darn effectively in most situations. Yeah, this base got dropped, this base got dropped, this base got dropped, and every single time it wasn't able to kill the Nexus, which is kind of the goal of a huge drop like that, of a Doom drop like that. So, dang, hit that like button if you enjoyed that one, because I know it was fun for me. Final score is going to just tell us the story we've been telling, y'all. 374,000 points for Snow, 303,000 for Hero. Units killed, 1,092. Snow killed 1,000 Zerg units and only lost 200 of his own, which is insane. And then resources here, just way more gas mined, a little bit more minerals mined, and more spent for the Zerg player, but this is your key. This is your key. If you can kill 1,000 Zerg units and lose 200, you're probably going to win. Or you're just playing against somebody who's way better than you and is going to win. They're going to beat you anyway. They're just playing around. But yeah, anywho. Wow. Fantastic play. Fantastic play there from Snow. Fantastic win from Protoss. And a 39-minute PvZ. Ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff on Transistor. All right, well, you know what? That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.